So this video is about getting a MIDI keyboard to be seen in Ardour. So Ardour is I think it's a DAW, D-A-W, digital audio workstation, and it's a pretty good piece of software. So if you're on Linux, there's a high probability that you're using it and you've compiled it. So in order to start Ardour, I've already compiled it and installed it, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to launch it in the terminal. So in this terminal, what I'll do, I'll just do a cat.bash rc, and I'm just going to show you that this is the path where I've installed it. So if you haven't, then you'll need to add the path to your environment, and you can see how I've done that. So you've got this folder, this is the path in my home folder, and then you've got this additional folder which is GTK Ardour. So you just add that path to your environment, and then once you've done that, you can launch it just by pw jack and rdev. So rdev is the executable, and then you can just launch it. So I'm going to flip computers, but I'm showing you this way because initially you're going to get this window prompt where you need to select a particular option. So let's go to new, empty template, and I'm just going to open that, and this is the window which I just wanted to show. So at the moment it's on pulse audio, and what you want to do to get a MIDI keyboard working, you need to switch this to jack pipe wire. So if you switch that, then you press connect to jack pipe wire, then once you launch Ardour, then you'll be able to see it. So I've just launched Ardour, I'm just going to bring it over here. So as I connected to jack pipe wire, my audio, my mic started to get a little bit of distortion, so there was some sort of conflict. So what I've done, I've just disconnected jack pipe wire for the moment, and the way I did that to disconnect, I went to Windows, Audio, MIDI Setup. So initially, when you launch Ardour, you'll get that initial window prompt that I had shown you, and that's how you select jack pipe wire in order to select, get your MIDI keyboard connected. Afterwards, with subsequent connections, new sessions, etc., or save sessions, you're not going to see that dialog box come up, that audio system box come up anymore. Okay, so I've attached the keyboard, so I'm on the Akai MPK Mini Plus, so I've connected it via USB. I've now switched over to another computer because this is where I normally connect the keyboard, and so I'm just going to launch Ardour. So pw jack ardev. So I'll create a new session, and it's going to be an empty template. Just get rid of that. Alright, so typically when you get that initial dialog box, which is the what is it called again, audio system configuration box, whatever, right, then normally you would go in here and then you would see the keyboard, the MIDI keyboard connected. So you should see something like Akai keyboard in there, like Akai MIDI keyboard, and then you can just, it's connected, you can select it. But that's what happens initially. Afterwards, if you're connecting and disconnecting, the settings get kind of jerked around a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just check audio and video setup. So I am connected to jack pipe wire, and so all I need to do is just create a new MIDI track. So yeah, sorry, I came over to this bit, I did a right click, and it opens this window, and I can just select MIDI track, and what I can do, I can just add it, right? So I don't really need to change anything. You've got some instruments in here. You know, you'll need to select a MIDI instrument in order to hear some sound, and let's just press add and close. And then I'm not sure if you can hear this. I don't think you can hear this, but I can start playing MIDI. I can start pressing my MIDI, and I can hear the noises. So I'm pressing the keypad, and I'm pressing the keyboard, and I can hear the MIDI sounds. So if I select this box here, you can see the MIDI is connected. MIDI bridge MPK Mini Plus. So yeah, that's it. That's how you get it to connect. So there's just one more useful setting that I want to add to this video, and if I go over to Preferences, and under MIDI you've got Audition, Sound MIDI Notes as they are selected in the editor. So it might be useful later for you to have this selected. So I just wanted to show you where this is.